What's up? It's your boy Carcino, man. Let's talk about it. Now, it's been a lot of talk about Lonzo Ball and his war with Coach Gentry, and ever since Coach Gentry sat him in the fourth quarter, that brought all the attention that there were problems. Wow. Well, we're gonna get into that in this video. Want to tell you guys, don't forget to hit the Streamlab up. You can donate to the page at any time. We appreciate all the love and support. At least I do. You can leave me a message by clicking that link in there, as well as the Streamlab. Well, that is the Streamlab. The the Cash App, which is Carcino, also Karceno. You can always make a donation there, and always find me. I don't know. I've been watching movies. So now let's move forward, shall we? Let's look at what we need to move forward. Translation: Lonzo Ball gets traded. He wasn't really excited to come to New Orleans. That was a known fact. Just because it's a new place, he's a California kid. Everyone he knows and associate with is not in New Orleans. So he's got to learn everything on the fly. But the person that he does keep in contact with is, the fact that he's coming over with some of the players he actually played with and got a bond with, like Josh Hart. Like Josh Hart and him are very close, a lot more than him and Brandon Ingram. So to have Josh Hart there made the transition a little easier for Lonzo. Now, as Lonzo started to, work out with New Orleans, they said, hey, we're gonna prove to the world that you got potential. And he's like, we see it in you. I talked to Magic Johnson. Alvin Gentry had told Lonzo. He told me a lot of good things about you, and he really truly believes in you. And we just gotta work with you to develop you, to get you to the level that we know that you could play at. We got to get that potential out of you on a consistent basis. And that's the conversation he had with Lonzo. And Lonzo was like, yeah, I'm working hard and all summer and doing all these things. And he did. Lonzo worked really hard. But like I always told you guys, Lonzo Ball's problem is not mental. I mean, not physical, it's mental. That's where his problems lie. He's trying to give himself confidence. Well, his father, LeVar, did not instill confidence into his son. He used the fear and intimidating tactic to will his sons to do things. But that don't mean that they can survive without you. You see, and I think he wanted it this way, where he has total control over his sons. Now, since he's playing the background role and the son's like, I'm taking my own life back and feeling boastful enough to do this, so people are like, okay, now he's instilling some confidence into his son. Now, getting ready for the game one. They have a good shoot around, they have a good practice. Lonzo's doing something for the Instagram or for his Facebook or whatever. He's doing some type of taping thing. And then he's walking back and he's walking in differently. looking straight, looking ahead, him and Josh Hart. Then him and Josh Hart do a handshake in front of the camera. And Coach Gentry is ready to talk to the team. And he calls Lonzo over to talk to the team and everything else. Lonzo still had his phone on. And he's like, oh, let me put my phone away. And he comes back and he was talking about focus. You know, Zion's not going to be here. He's going to be out for a while. But this is an opportunity for all you guys to shine. You guys have an opportunity on the world stage and to show them that we're more than just a one-player team, that we're actually a unit. And when one goes down, we pick everybody up, and we still move forward. And when he comes back, we're a solid unit again. But one person going down shouldn't be able to break this bond. Now, when he was telling this, Lonzo was barely paying attention. He kind of had his head down, and coach was like, "Hey, you heard me, Lonzo?" And he looked at him and nodded, yeah, coach. So in the locker room, they play around and joke. And in the locker room, Lonzo is joking about Alvin Gentry, about him being an old head. And he's posting some raps, some interviews about his favorite songs and all this different type of things. But he's joking in the locker room, like, yeah, where's Coach? He's an old head. He's not going to. And some of the players didn't like how he said that about the coach, calling Coach an old head. It's like, look, man, you need to listen to that old head because hopefully you'll become an old head in this game. This guy got many years in this game, dude. Like, you got to start showing a little bit more respect. He's like, no, I'm just saying he's just an old head, like the way he do things. And he didn't mean nothing by it, but this is not the reason he got benched. I just want you to know that. It's not that reason he got benched for game one. He was actually testing out lineups, but Lonzo was actually having a bad game and wasn't doing the things that they had worked on. He's missing, what he was supposed to be doing. So rather than put him back out there, he sat him back down because he's making the mistakes. He's not listening to what the plays the coach is calling. He's trying to teach the game. But this had nothing to do with the old head statement, which came like after the game and everything else. Lonzo's like, I don't really think nothing of it, but he really do about being benched for the fourth quarter because he's the type that reacts to social media. And then it was said that Coach Gentry saw the fact and he can't stand the fact. Like, as soon as the game is over, these players now, they go for their phones and go right to social media. It's just, he's like, some don't even get in the shower yet, and they're already on their phones, on social media. And that's just, to him, a sickness. When you're trying to work on unity, everybody's going into their individual worlds as soon as the game is over. Now, the situation is clear. There really isn't a beef. Now that you have the full understanding of what's happening, there is no beef. This is a player who has to grow up. That's all. He's an adult and he's going through a transition for the first time in his life. Nobody's going to cater to him and kiss his butt. He's just like everybody else. And he's got to work. And it's not like he doesn't want to work or he can't work or he's lazy or he's just, when he falls, nobody's going to do nothing but pick him up and say, keep playing. Now, no matter how many followers he got and all of these different things, to him, to the world, he's just average. And he has to adjust to some people think he's a bust and just hype and shouldn't even be there in the first place. Then you got coach Alvin Gentry, who's trying to teach this kid. He's trying to teach and instill confidence and then will him to believe, I need you to be confident. You can't play this game and go to a championship with zero confidence. It doesn't work. If you want to make it, you're going to have confidence in everything that you do on this basketball court. So he's teaching the game to Lonzo and trying to instill confidence in him and reinforce positive energy. That's all. So when a lot of people say they're beefing, they're not beefing. There's no beef at all. It's just a player who's young who has to grow up fast. That's all. Now, can I go eat?